Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. It's over. The 2024 season is a wrap, and the New York Giants in the season 3-14. And first off, I will say this. Right now, we still don't have any news. The temperature in the room is the regime is probably going to stay intact, or one guy is going, one guy is staying. But right now, for me, it is what it is. I want to talk about this season just a little bit. I don't even really want to talk about the game. The game was the game. The New York Giants lose to the backups of the Philadelphia Eagles. Tanner McKee went out there and cooked up the defense. We did have some starters playing, and it didn't matter. He cooked up the defense. At the end of the game, the New York Giants would have had a chance at possibly tying the game, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen, and the New York Giants lose. And the best thing about it is the New York Giants have locked in a top 3 pick. The New York Giants are currently drafting at 3. Fantastic. Round of applause. Cheers from the rafters. If you want to say it's cheers for the Raptors. But the 2024 season was a massive letdown. Massive letdown. I remember people saying with the predictions at the beginning of the season, before the season started, like the New York Giants, I thought the New York Giants would be a 6 to 8 win team. Some people were saying that the Giants could win 4 games or a 4-win team. And I said, you guys are crazy. If the New York Giants only win 4 games, there's going to be massive changes. Guess what? The New York Giants won 3 games. And now we're talking about actually keeping the regime intact. And yeah, we can fire Shane Bowen. We can fire Mike Kafka. But that's not a big enough person or big enough pound, I should say, of flesh for the fans. It's ridiculous to me to think that you can have a season where there's planes flying over the stadium saying to fire everybody. Where you lose 10 games in a row, a new streak. Where you almost went winless at home for the entire season. It took the home finale for you to win a game. You got swept by the entire division. But no, you still want to keep the regime intact. It's crazy to me, but guess what? I don't get paid to be the GM of the Giants or the head coach. I'm not the owner of the Giants. I'm not the co-owner. I'm not the president. I'm not any of that. I'm a fan that's been a loyal fan for a long time and sick and tired of what I've been seeing for the last 2 seasons. So yeah, this is the last game. The New York Giants lose to the Philadelphia Eagles. Nobody's surprised. And because we have lost so much, nobody's really upset to a certain extent right now. Now it's all about the future, 2025, and trying to see exactly what direction the New York Giants are trying to get into, or which way they're going, if they know which way they're going. Right now, I'm not confident in the owner knowing which way this team should be going. With all of the stuff that I've heard today, the rumors today, Jay Glazer, Adam Schefter saying that the New York Giants are leaning towards keeping the regime intact. We'll see what happens. I just saw the news that Jared Mayo got fired from the Patriots. That's laughable. What did they expect to happen? You saw what type of team they had going into this season. I'm not surprised with the results of that season. They got a quarterback. It takes some time, and they fired Gerard Mayo, who should be a good coach in the future. I understand, but they can get rid of their head coach. They didn't have a 10-game losing streak. We did, and we're sitting here twiddling our thumbs talking about these guys might be back. Meanwhile, that's just one coach. Tomorrow is Black Monday, and we'll get the rest of the names that everybody else has been waiting for. But the New York Giants is still sitting here talking about, I don't like big change. I want to keep things intact. I need some continuity. Continuity of what? If we keep things the same, what's been going on the last 2 seasons? Losing. So if you want that type of continuity, I guess you want to keep this regime intact, not me. On no planet, no universe, I don't care what's going on. Multiverse. Does a coach do does a team have this type of performance and everybody keeps their job? And again, I don't believe that Shane Bowen is a big enough a person. I don't think that Mike Kafka already wanted to be out of here anyway. I don't think those guys are big enough scapegoats for you to give to the fan base talking about, the offense only scored 10 points a game, but we're going to go ahead and get rid of our defensive coordinator. No. If you're getting rid of the defensive coordinator for the performance of the defense, you're going to get rid of the offensive coordinator for the performance of the offense. But guess who's the offensive coordinator? Brian Dable, because he was the one calling plays. Not Mike Kafka, who was up in the booth doing whatever the heck he was doing the last 4 months. 6 months, I should say. But again, the New York Giants lose. There's not much more to talk about. We're getting ready for the 2025 season. We're getting ready into this draft process, free agency period, and all this other stuff. And there's nothing really else to talk about until we find out exactly if Brian Dable and Joe Schoen are staying or going. Shout out to Malik Neighbors for getting the rookie record for a wide receiver as far as catches go. Shout out to Malik Neighbors for getting his 1,000 yards. Shout out to Tyrone Tracy for getting 1,000 yards total from scrimmage. Shout out to everybody that did something for the New York Giants this year, except for doing the most important thing, and that's winning. Because the New York Giants didn't set any records when it came to the winning column at all. But everybody's cheering for everybody else with all these individual goals, and I don't care one thing about it. But salute to them, applaud them, whatever. Wake me up when the New York Giants are winning again. Do that. Then I can celebrate, do a dance, do a two-step. When the New York Giants are competitive again, when the New York Giants are even watchable again. I didn't even want to turn this thing into the rant, and I won't. I'm going to say it like I'm going to leave it at that. The New York Giants finished the 2024 season with a record of 3 wins and 14 losses. We got swept in the division. We only had 1 home victory, and we averaged 10 points for the majority of the season. That's the 2024 season in a nutshell. And with that being said, I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. Hopefully we can do better next year. Let's go.